Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Coming up in about 10 minutes, we'll get you on the phones for Sam Morrell, super funny comedian, Chicago Theater. That show coming up in Clash with Kenzie, Beater, and Trivia. And you get the tickets. A couple other reminders, an hour away from Q101 Fest, Boston Calling Music Festival, a VIP trip, and Riot Fest tickets. And at 10 o'clock today, we announce Picnic. So how about that? Stay here. But first, let's get the sports.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, the Cubs lost 4-3 to the Pirates, but that's not the story overnight. A fan fell from the outfield wall during the Pirates-Cubs game at PNC Park and was taken off on a stretcher. Kenzie was the first one on this, sending me in case she got, got in the text thread, which was really nice. Sent us on that text thread. Hey, did you guys see this? And it was horrific. A fan fell. I mean, that is about, 21-foot fall.
It's a 21-foot wall in right field because it's where the Pirates play, and it's the Roberto Clemente wall, and he was number 21, so it's a 21-foot wall.
Good fun fact there for a terrible situation.
Yeah, sadly, I wish I didn't have a fun fact for this.
I know. The fan remained motionless. So it was the middle of the play right after Andrew McCutcheon's two-run double, which put the Pirates up 4-3, and that's how the game finished. The players all, after kind of seeing what happened, were visibly upset and got on one knee while they waited about 10 minutes. And then they did continue the game to finish up, as I said, the score being 4-3. Here's the audio from Pittsburgh's general manager on the incident.
Thank both our medical staff, the Cubs medical staff, EMS, everybody that got to the gentleman. Even though it's 350 feet of wire, whatever it is, I mean, the fact of how it went down and laying motionless, while the play's going on. I mean, Craig saw it, I saw it, we both got out there. I think the umpire saw it. Unfortunately, because of the way the ball kicked, it's extremely unfortunate. I mean, that's an understatement.
They're saying he's in critical condition at the hospital, but when you look at the video, you're like, how did he survive that? I'm sure there'll be more updates as the day goes on. Me personally, I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often. It's obviously happened.
Really?
I really am. It's obviously people have died at stadiums in some massive falls every few years, maybe even multiple years waiting for that. But I don't know. When I sit at a game or a football game or whatever, I just kind of feel like all these people together, there is alcohol involved. And I don't know what was going on in this situation, but I don't know. I feel like it should happen more often. Not in a good way, obviously, but I feel like it could happen more often.
I just really want to know exactly what happened. Like, I don't know if he tripped, if he was drunk, or like, it looked like they were all kind of partying hard in that section, like really excited. I don't know if like just too many people were pushing and he fell. I'm very curious what happened, and I feel horrible for him.
It's a horrific video, and as far as I know, we haven't posted it. We will not post it. At least we won't, Brian and Kenzie. But you'll be.
But
able to,
like Case will.
Case is going to post that.
No, I'm not going to. It's a pretty rough watch.
sad.
You can seek it out if you'd like to. But
Well,
I'm not going to.
it's polluting your timeline pretty much if you follow any kind of Cubs-involved pages or fan page stuff, and just MLB stuff in general. Now, the Cubs have one more in Pittsburgh this afternoon before they come back to Wrigley tomorrow for a series against the evil Brewers, who took out the White Sox yesterday, unfortunately. So the White Sox lose to the Brewers. And even with the Brewers losing or winning and the Cubs losing, the Cubs are still 2 games up and in first place. And it's May 1st. Let's take stock for a second.
Okay, let's take stock.
The White Sox are now 7-23.
Ouch, I wish we wouldn't have taken stock.
Immediately regret this decision.
That's the consequences of my own actions.
Well, you can sell that stock if you want. So and I thought about that. May 1st with a single-digit win total. Now it's hitting that, okay, they're, to Kenzie's point, where the coaches were supposed to say, same guys, just play better. We'll do better than being the worst team in Major League Baseball history last year with a 41-121 total.
Which could totally still happen.
The thing, meaning beating that record, or
Yeah. Well, like, no, I mean, like, they could be better than they were last year, and that's fine.
well, here's the thing. I'm not good at math, but I took 7-23. Clearly, we know that I'm not good at math.
Right.
There's 162 games in baseball. So that's 30 games of 7-23 that have been played. I divided 162 by 30. It came out to about 5.4. So then I multiply 5.4 by 7, and you get 37.8 wins. So I don't know if my math, if that works.
Wait, where did the 7 come from?
Yeah.
Seven wins. So 23, I divided it by, okay. Hold on.
Everybody sit tight.
Okay. There's 7-23, so 30 games have been played.
Okay.
There's 162 games in a season.
I follow.
I divided 162 by 30. It came up to about 5.4.
It'd be like you've done 5.4 games out of the season, like percentage.
So the season's like about a fifth done, a little more than a fifth done, right? So then I multiplied 7 times that 5.4, meaning that's, and then that comes up to 37.8 wins. Is that right?
I don't know why we might have multiplied it by 7. What does that do? I'm not good at math either.
Because
so I'm actually asking.
because 7's the win total. So I'm trying to get
Right,
a win number of if a fifth in the season, so times 5. And then
But what's that number mean?
the 5.4 means that's about how far of the season
Right.
is of 30
Times
games.
by 7.
Yeah. So there should
What is the number? 5.4 times 7 that you did.
Is like 37.8.
Right. What does that number mean? 37.8 what?
That should be
Percent?
that should be the win total then.
Okay.
For the end of the year, for the final games.
You're saying if they keep up. Okay.
Is that right? To figure that out? If anybody else thinks I'm close in that, Delilah says math makes sense.
Cool.
Jay's-
Thank you, Delilah.
And other people are checking in that I'm kind of right.
Matt is picking up what you're laying down. Your math is mathing according to him.
I'm not saying it's exact right, but it's still showing that they'll have less wins than 41 to break
So
the
you're
record.
saying on the current trajectory, that's what the 5.4 times 7 was. On that, they would end the season with that percentage of wins or that many wins.
That many wins should be the answer there if they stay at this pace of 7 and 23.
Okay. I didn't even know what you were trying to figure out, which makes it harder.
So 708 said his math is correct. His explanation is garbage.
Okay.
That tracks.
Show your work.
Oh my God, stop. Math teacher crying here. Well, 515, check in. That's a first-time texter, by the way. Thanks for checking
Wow.
in. If anybody can figure it out better than I just did, then do it.
Somebody said multiply their winning percentage by 162.
Well, how are you supposed to get their winning percentage?
You got to divide 7 into 23, or 23 by 7, I think.
Well, which one is it? Because those are two drastically different answers.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I hate when people do that. You just got to take another number you don't have and hang it by the other number you don't have. Well, that's not going to help me, is it, Janet?
well, 23 divided by 7 is 3.2. So do I multiply then 7 wins by that? They're going to get 21 wins.
You think they're no? Oh my God.
Wait.
No one's moving forward.
630 checked in. Please never do math verbally on the air again. My brain hurts listening. Brian's math works fine, but explaining it to Kenzie is an ouch.
My head hurts.
I like that Kenzie takes a shot at that one too.
I know. Case isn't understanding either.
Yeah, but you're lumped in.
It's not
You were
fair.
asking-
It seems like it's only me.
People are saying I'm right.
Okay.
Most
You
people-
may be, but you didn't even tell us what you were trying to find.
I was doing a good job. I
So
think I
I was
explained
like,
it properly.
fine, but what is that number? Like, you didn't tell me what the last number was.
You were just so anxious to ask multiple questions. You should have just waited and let it process for a second.
You just sat there after you gave the final number, and I go, well, what does that mean? I felt like Ben Bradley. What is that?
Let's see. I think it was fine. I think most people are saying my math is right, and basically I'm saying that they will then break their own record if they stay on this pace of being the worst team in Major League Baseball history again with only 37.8 wins, according to my math.
So what do we do now?
Well, we just wallow in that crap. I guess.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can get on the phones now for Clash with Kenzie. 312-591-8300. Compete against Kenzie in trivia. Win tickets for Sam Morrell, comedian Sam Morrell at Chicago Theater. So call now to get in on it. 312-591-8300. Now, I went through some math recently before the Blink song to try to figure out the White Sox chances of breaking their record last year of 41 and 121 of being the worst team in Major League Baseball history. They're 7 and 23 right now on May 1st. I probably shouldn't go through how I got the numbers.
Oh, we don't have time.
Well, just one. So I took 7 and 23.
We have so many other things to do in the show. We don't have time.
I got about 60 seconds.
Okay.
So I had 30 games. I divided 162 by 30 and then multiplied the 7 wins by that number, which came out to 37.8 wins. So the White Sox, if they stay at this pace, should continue and go forward with beating their own worst Major League Baseball history record like last year.
Uh-huh.
Now, a lot of people saying my math's right. It just got a little confusing in the explanation.
They also said you added a bunch of steps. Like, apparently you could have just, done a much. This person said divide 7 by 30, then multiply it by the win percentage of 162. I don't know.
That was a lot of
Right.
steps. That didn't
That was
shorten
like
it.
2. You did a lot.
I did 4, I think. 4 steps, I think. And there's a lot of people, the math people were checking in, and they said I made their head hurt there. And I didn't even get to the Rockies being 5-25, which I was going to get to at that point. So they're actually worse than the White Sox. The only team worse right now.
Oh, interesting.
Now, Kendrick, one of our great crew members who I sent to the White Sox games last year to watch the actual record being set, sent in some audio of WWF wrestler Scott Steiner doing math.
This is him trying to explain. He's got a 3-way match with Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle, and he's trying to do math to show his % chance of winning the match.
And he said my explanation sounded like this.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the 3-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning if we used to go one-on-one and then add 66 2/3%. I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Oh my God.
Now, did I sound like that in sports describing the math?
I thought we were doing a replay.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
Well, every day we do it around this time. Get you on the phones around 7:10. Clash with Kenzie for some great prizes.
I like the giveaways, but I don't like her.
That's what we do here.
And we have Linda competing today for a chance at good prizes. Love the giveaways. Sam Morrell at Chicago Theater. Tickets are on sale now. It's not till October, but a few tickets only left, and we have free ones. Furnished by our great friends Live Nation and Brian and Kenzie on Q101. So, Linda, ahoy. Tell us something about yourself.
Ahoy. Hey, guys. Long-time listener. Love you guys. Love your show. I'm suddenly in between jobs after a 30-year career. I find myself with a lot of downtime and love listening to you guys.
Wow, what'd you do for 30 years?
I was a 911 dispatcher.
Oh, my God.
Oh, thank you for all you've done, and you deserve a break.
Thank you. Yes, I'm enjoying it. I wish the weather was better.
Yeah, 30 years, what a sunny day. Maybe it'd be kind of nice. You're not going to get it today, but maybe later in the week. It's supposed to be in the 70s and sunny like next week. Finally get there.
Yeah, don't get a job before then.
Yeah, don't work at all. Just let it go now. 30 years, you should be good.
Okay.
But I ain't paying for nothing like your bills or nothing like that. So.
Oh, well, no, you aren't. Hey, Brian, I think I was in the audience Black Keys when you got engaged.
Oh, yes. Coming up,
Yes.
Thank you very much for being there. That was the Ahoy Show with the Black Keys. I proposed to Megan in front of 5,000 people, and then she ran away from me when I asked the question, got pushed back into my face and said yes.
What a moment.
Gun to her head.
Coming up on 4 years of marriage in a month.
Good for you.
Hey, and a little one.
And a little one. Oh, this is great. Linda, why don't you come over to the house for dinner tonight?
All right. What time?
After
free,
class,
baby.
After Clash with Kenzie, when we get to it. First one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Linda. Hello?
Okay.
Call heads or tails, Linda.
Tails.
It is tails. Oh. There you go.
That worked out great.
That worked out great.
All right, Linda, question number 1. Whose father traded their daughter to a witch, which led to her being trapped in a tower?
Oh, trapped in a tower.
I know.
Rapunzel?
Rapunzel's right. That's not the story in Tangled, though, which I watched.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I know. You watch Tangled. I watched that with Harper, where Mandy Moore plays Rapunzel.
Oh, Mandy Moore's on it?
Mandy Moore is. It's animated.
What's the voice? Relax.
You gotta watch, yeah.
Yeah, calm down, Kate.
Cornball. Jesus.
He jumped out of his chair.
Is there are her boobs in it with her? Settle down.
Case, you should watch it on a Friday.
I will. I got nothing going on.
To verify what Kenzie said, her boobs aren't in it. So,
well, I'll still watch it.
I don't think so.
All right, 1-0 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what food did Goldilocks eat when she broke into the Three Bears' home?
Porridge.
Porridge is right, which I've never had porridge. Is it? I mean, what does it
It's
taste?
oatmeal-esque.
You've had it then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very oatmeal-y.
I would love, Kenzie, for you to go to the family and they say, "What's for dinner tonight?" You say porridge. What's the reaction's going to be in the house?
Listen, if they keep behaving the way they behaved, it's about to be a porridge dinner night.
Yeah,
I frown and find out.
What a disappointing word to hear for dinner. Porridge. I know. Back to Linda.
That's right.
So it's 1-1. Linda, what months are being referred to when a business talks about Q2?
What was that again?
So what months are businesses when they say we're looking forward to Q2? What months are those being referred to?
Q2.
Give me an answer, please. 3.
January.
January's not right. So Q2, hey, coming up, man, we got a lot of stuff planned for Q2. When businesses do that, what are they referring to?
April, May, and she answered, right? So I
Yes,
She answered. Yeah, you go ahead,
Okay,
Kenzie.
April, May, and June.
April, May, and June is Q2. So, I know. Congratulations, Kenzie.
Thank you.
We're in Q2 right now.
We are.
How's it going?
We're in the middle of it.
Right in the middle.
Not good.
30 years, no gig right now. We're enjoying that downtime with a cloudy day.
That's right. Next week it'll be sunny, so don't get a job before then.
Amen.
2-1 is back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, name a state that the Rocky Mountains are located in. Just one of the states that the Rocky Mountains are located in. A lot of mountains.
I know.
Just pick one state.
I want to say Colorado came to my head first,
Colorado is one.
right? Okay.
So there's a lot of states. We'll probably keep that question and ask it every day for the next 3 weeks.
I hate that. I don't know how big they are.
Does Kenzie have 2 or 3?
Kenzie's got 3.
3 right now.
Linda has 1. It's Linda's question.
Linda, what natural disaster is measured on the Richter scale?
Earthquake.
Earthquakes is right. Now Linda's got 2. Back to Kenzie. What ocean is the island of Madagascar located in? What ocean?
I'm trying to think of
Madagascar.
the movie.
I figured that's what was going on there too. No Mandy Moore.
what
Mandy
was
Moore
it?
boobs in that movie either.
It sucks.
Well, it's right by Africa, so probably. Oh God, I've never said this ocean before though, and I feel like nothing happens here. But I think that's what they were on. Is it the Indian?
It is the Indian Ocean. That's right. Good pull.
Because of Africa. Okay, got
Yeah.
it, nailed it.
And to quote Kenzie, nothing ever happens in the Indian Ocean.
It's true. My answer is always, when in doubt, say Atlantic. Everything goes down in that ocean. It's unbelievable.
Well, you got the Bermuda Triangle. You got shark attacks. I don't know what happens in the Indian Ocean either, to be honest. So it's back to Linda.
4-2, back to Linda.
Linda, what falls through an hourglass to tell time?
Sand.
Sand is right. So that puts you in a good spot with 3. However, Kenzie has 4 and can win with this next question.
Oh boy.
Kenzie, Dave Thomas was the founder and mastermind behind what fast food franchise? Dave Thomas. For the win.
Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas.
Well, I can't think of anything. Is he one of the 5 guys, or is he 2 of the 5 guys?
He's not one of the 5 guys.
Dave Thomas.
As far as I know, he was a guy.
He was.
Let's see here. And had a daughter. She was Wendy. I just gave the answer. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. I just gave the answer.
Why do you talk all the time?
Well, it's kind of a talk show. So,
Fair.
Do you want to give Linda the point?
I'm giving Linda the point.
Linda's
fine.
got the point.
It's 4-4. Now, Linda, you can win with this one.
Oh, boy. How the turntables have turned.
Sorry, Kenzie.
Well, kind of, if that's what you want to call.
Yeah,
I like the giveaways, but I don't like her.
Okay, Linda, for the win, which bird is often associated with delivering babies?
Storks.
Oh, great job in getting all the points. Oh, Linda. So smart, such a dear. And she's got days off to go to the show in October. Maybe you have a job by October, who knows? But Sam Morrell at the Chicago Theater from Live Nation and Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
Thanks, guys. Love you so much.
Oh, we love you too. Hang on. Kenzie, great job. Great
Shut
job.
up, Brian. Don't talk to me.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with Cage the Elephant.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.